This is where you grew up, this town?
Yeah, yeah. I grew up just like 5 minutes from here. We would skate from my house every day and then skate these benches back here. I'll show you. That's pretty much it. There's a cool little mani pad on like the other side of town. Well, there's nothing really.
So how'd you start skating transition and different stuff?
We had a little skate park for like years, and then once that like went out of business, kind of just Skaters Island, would go there a bunch. And that place was just amazing.
Who'd you skate with at Skater Island?
Pretty much just like my friends, Shetler a lot, and then, you know, just whoever was there.
We hooked up with him pretty much the same way. We did a demo for Solstice in New Bedford. That's how the whole Borough kind of like mining that area for talent like happened. Started with Shetler and then Westgate.
Westgate was Shetler's little protege skating some shitty little park back in the day in Wareham, Mass.
Well, we had a little skate park called the Skate Shop, and that's like everybody in my town would skate there. And Shetler lived like in Wareham for a little bit, so he was skating there, and he set up a Borough demo.
And there was this little kid who barely fit on his board. He was like 12 years old. You know, again, this was before you saw, the only little kid that was good at the time was Kyle Berard. You know what I mean? So this was basically like, damn, look at this little kid killing it. Like when you skate so much and you see so many people skate, you can just tell kids that have talent and that have like just like that, you know, it's just raw talent, and you're like, this kid's gonna make it, or this kid's gonna kill it one day.
Yeah, man. It doesn't get, you could say it doesn't get more perfect than that. Oh my God.
They just watching, they gave me a board, and pretty much just started going to New York and doing demos with them. It was pretty cool. It's really fun, just like a bunch of dudes in a little minivan doing demos all over the place.
Who were skaters you looked up to when you first started?
Probably like SUSKI, Hoisington. Hoisington could ollie really high. I like that. And he was just like badass dude. So Wybus, he could kill it. Best backtails. Pretty much all those guys, because just hang out with them and watch them, you know. We would just like, you know, Steve or whoever would know these people from the demos, so we'd crash on people's couches at houses and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, just like really bro and like tight, you know, just pack up in the van and just go for it.
The thing with Borough is it's always like a family decision, like, oh, this kid's sick, let's see how he works with the crew. And he just worked with the crew, and it was kind of a no-brainer.
He's thrown into the van at like 12, 13 years old. He's hanging out with like guys that range anywhere from 18 to like 30, you know, and that's gotta be weird, because I can't imagine getting in a van when I'm 12 years old, you know, but he fit in right away. Either he fit in, or how it is with Boroughs, we make you fit in. He just totally went along with everything that was going on, whether it was skating something that he at first didn't want to skate, like a full pipe or something, or duct taping him to a chair for his 15th birthday, you know what I mean, and getting strippers and hookers to fuck with him.
His 15th birthday, we ended up getting an escort service, a lesbian show. He tried running away when they got there, and we literally had to duct tape him to a folding chair. He was a premature 15. He looked like he was 12, and he still thought girls were icky.
Yeah, I remember I actually went on a Borough trip because I'm friends with all those dudes, and he had just went on one right before that because he was like just started getting stuff from them, and they were just like telling stories about him. Some demo, some girl like kissed him or something, he like spit in her face, and I was like, sounds cool, down to meet him.
Frontside flips with Westgate that's the thing, because at the time it was like a cool trick and everybody was trying to do it well, but he really did frontside flips where he'd like kick flip, you know, and then frontside turn. It wasn't some like illusion flip. And he just did all his tricks like super proper. And the craziest thing was, if you watch him in the Borough video, when he's like ollieing double sets and things like that, he really was too small for his board. Like his front foot would always just like flap around on the front of his board, but he would still kill it. You know, like seeing the little kid set up for nollie flips and his feet are like so far apart. It's pretty insane to see how small he was at the time, and just like kind of like didn't even grow into like the equipment, so to speak, you know what I mean?
What's Steve Rodriguez like?
I guess he's like the godfather of everything, you know, just like straight to business. Whenever, you know, go to the city, and he just like pushes around the city. He was like a big influence of how like I was filming. He would kind of take me to spots and be like, look, you could film this line here, and, you know, do this here, and kind of like open my eyes to like a new way of skating, I guess. He would have us like pushing around the city until like I would be like dead by the end of the day. Like legs are just killing from just pushing, you know? Yeah, and he's always like trying to get you to like ollie this bar, like Huff tried it like a long time ago, or like I always skate by here and I think someone could film a line, you know?
Westgate was the kind of kid that had so much talent, he just needed a little direction, you know? So, because he could do anything. And I'd skate with him in the street and I'd say, okay, you're gonna do something here. And I know he has so much skill that I could just tell him like, do that, do that, do that, do that. And you would just have the most amazing lines, you know, the cleanest tricks, so much pop for a little kid. It's kind of like a dream kid to have on your team.
You could just watch him skate and you're like, wow, he kind of has this dude's style, this guy's pop. Like, he's just got the mixture of all the best. It's like, he looks like a little Donnie Barley. He's got that power.
Seems like a lot of people compare Brandon to you. Do you see that, or?
A bit, yeah. I think we kind of like maybe look alike, you know? Not exactly, but, you know, we maybe have the same steez or something as far as like appearance. But if I could say that he looks like any skater out there, I think he's got like the Huffnagel power going on personally, because when people say he skates like me, I'm like, man, you know, I can get up there with some pop, but like, I never really had it like Brandon's got it, you know.
That shit's got pop.
Just by word of mouth and by, you know, the Fibro machine just taking him everywhere on trips, you know, people knew who he was. And it was kind of bittersweet because in one way, it helped us out so much as a unit, as like the Fibro family. But then in the other way, that's what in the end took him away from Fibro. You know, it's the same thing with Nick. You know, it's the exact same situation.
What happened to make you want to leave Fibro?
I just wanted to like, maybe like pursue skating, you know, and like, I don't know, like my dad would like give me shit, you know, you're not getting paid, like you can't, what are you just gonna do this forever and this and that, and I just kind of like, you know, I would be thinking about it and be like, well, maybe if I take this other opportunity, get more of a shot to like just skate for a living, I guess. Yeah, that was probably like the hardest thing that I ever did. It's pretty much just like crying the whole time. I think Steve knew. I like couldn't even really say anything, but he knew.
You could totally hear like the trembling in his voice, you know what I mean? Very like uncomfortable situation. But again, you know, this is like, you know, 14-year-old kid, and I knew it was coming even before it was gonna happen. It was a shame that he left for Birdhouse right before his Fibro video part was about to come out. There's at least, you know, 2 to 4 minutes of footage that probably no one's ever seen. Yeah, it's tough, you know, but again, I'm psyched. Look at him now. It's such an awesome success story. And to see that, to me, that's like kind of like, oh, he achieved his goal. Like how many people in life achieve their goals? Like so few people. But in the end, I see it as more about, you know, a relationship with a guy that skateboards, you know, a cool kid that skateboards. And in the end, I felt like it was better for him to do what he did. If you look at those people like Nick Dompierre, Brandon Westgate, SUSKI, like Mike Peterson, like all these guys, they're all like these skateboarders that have longevity, and they all are very like family-oriented kind of person. So I think that those values that they took out of Fibro just helped them even more, you know.